Well, good morning and welcome back to the Temple of Birth. We're stuck here, so we don't really have much option. We just have to go straight into Gateway to Another World, which I think will be okay. We've got a couple of people who still need to go up some levels, but that should be fine. We already collected all the items that there are to get here, so that'll make things a little bit faster and easier. And we've got denizens of the netherworld coming up, so that's a problem, though. Ultimate power is the power of the netherworld? Why did Yumil? Yeah, I don't think those are supposed to be the same thing. Does this mean the progenitor used the power of the netherworld to bring peace to the kingdom? Yeah, that doesn't sound right. The Legend of the Ogre battle? That was for reals too? That one was true, though. We can discuss that later. Thanks, Saradin. They were not merely summoned to this world. My belief is that the Temple of Birth is a chaos gate. A what now? Yes, a chaos gate. An interdimensional portal that connects this world to another. Oh, it is just Shin Megami Tensei. Alright, cool. I mean, they're both made by Atlas. Rumored to have been created by the gods in ancient times, its construction is far beyond our knowledge. The legend seems very believable. Sure. That means this Chaos Gate opens to the Netherworld. In any case, we can't just leave it. According to the Legend of the Ogre battle, the denizens of the Netherworld fought to make our world their own. This is not just... And now it's Doom. This is not just a Palatinian matter anymore. Yeah, no, we kind of got bigger problems now that we're fighting demons. And apparently Yumil went there. Although, when he went there, it was a completely different light. So, like, if we hold that the Chaos Gate is a portal that allows interdimensional travel, then, like, I would hold that Yumil probably traveled elsewhere, and then, the denizens of the Netherworld intercepted that the gate was open to allow them to start, spilling into our world. But either way, we need to close that thing so they stop spilling into our world. But we don't know how to shut it, but we gotta stop it even if we have to destroy the temple. If we can, though, can we get Yumil back out first? Like, I don't want to leave him stranded wherever he is. Magnus, you gotta concentrate. This is not just your fight, or ours, do you understand? We're dealing with a demonic invasion here, my man. Alright, well, let's get started. Gremia in the northwest will be our embarkation point. Yeah, the enemy has just completely retaken everything again. Once again, we have to go to the Temple of Birth. That's not that far. We're pretty close to it. Then again, I guess we did kind of just have to retreat, so... I guess we wouldn't have retreated terribly far. The demons are appearing from the temple, but most of them have left the region. That's not good. We shouldn't take this lightly. They are surrounding us and they'll be here in no time. That's also not good. We must defeat them and deactivate the Chaos Gate by any means necessary. Alright. Well, fair enough. The demons aren't immortal. Don't give up. Hey, if we can kill them, then we're good. As long as they die, we're fine. We can even kill undead if we have the right weapons. Well, I see a centurion hanging out there. And some non-demons. Okay. I'm guessing that we just have a bunch of people with demons in their parties then. Let's take a look. We've got Kitty, yeah, with an ogre. Fair enough. So as they've been doing, they've probably just completely warped the minds of people and have integrated into their armies. Alright, well, we can go ahead and use all of our armies here because we have everyone at the levels. We don't have anyone over-leveled anymore. Alright, and then we've got that Legion down there. So we'll need to take care of that. But at least we don't need to try and get any more items. because the items are set by map, and since it's the same map, it'll still have the same items even though it's the same different scenario. The only time that will change, if it changes at all, is if you enter a completely different chapter. Even then, I don't think it changes. All right, well, we still need to take Surmai, which, you know, we could have Paul. Paul, you've not gotten any action. Completely new unit. You can go take that place. That's probably fine. It said that we were getting surrounded from all sides here, but I'm not really seeing that. And then Sarah Hart over here needs someone with a little bit less alignment, or a little bit lower alignment, I should say. So how about... Where the heck is Dio? Sorry, need to take another look here. Oh, Dio's not the leader of his party right now. That's what's going on. Okay. All right. Yeah. No, that's fine. I can set that. Who's their leader right now? Aisha. That's right. Yeah, the Balmokans are not probably going to be happy that I turned their priestess. I don't want to be in this menu. That I turned their priestess into a lich. But you know, she could have said no. If she really didn't want to be a lich, then, you know, I wouldn't have made her one. Alright, there's Aisha. Alright. And then we'll do a unit command, change leader back to Dio. There we go. Alright, cool. Yeah, we'll have you go over here and take this place. And you know what? We'll have Vemon go with you. Alright, I don't really want to take this castle or, like, come all the way over here to the castle immediately. That feels like it's probably going to trigger more enemies spawning in. What I can do, though, is Ramberdy, you're still pretty... Yeah, you're fine. So how about you come over here? Hang on for a second. Did I just see that Ramberdy is level 22? My eyes must be deceiving me. 23. Okay, my eyes were deceiving me. Alright, let's have people move a little bit and take stock as to what we're finding. Okay, so we do have a lot of enemies coming from this direction. We have less enemies coming from that direction. So let's get some people moving over to help out. Even if they won't necessarily be used to take the stronghold, they can at least help out over here. And then let's go ahead and have... Margaret, yeah. You're my angel knight, who also still needs some experience, so we'll have you come over here as well. Oh, and we get to see a new enemy. So this is a Saturos. A lot of times people will use their Love and Peace to get Saturos, because that's the only way you can get them in the game, is by stealing them out of enemy units. Or they'll use them to get additional Black Knights, because otherwise you are stuck with, I think, like 2 Black Knights for the whole game, if you don't steal them out of other enemy units. I'm not that concerned about it, to be perfectly honest, but that's what people will often do. Okay, well, that's going to be a Dio town. That's going to be someone a little bit lighter. We've already got everyone dispatched. That's fine. Lytle can probably fit that bill because she keeps... Okay, Lytle might be too high alignment right now. You know what, Lytle, since you really want to just be high alignment anyway, how about you come over here, and then instead of you going over there, we'll have Margaret come down over here. Because I do want to take the rest of these cities. And what kind of person do I need? Margaret can also take that one. That'll be fine. Okay. And who do I have left? I've got 3 units. I've got 3 units holding down the fort. That's probably sufficient. Alright, let's see what happens. We can reassess as needed as enemies move. Alright, we're gonna have Dio go ahead and just go directly after this guy. Let's have... You know what, you guys can actually just keep moving as you're moving. Vemon can fight Constance. We can retreat if we need to. Everyone should still be on attack leader, because I don't think I ever took anyone off of that, but good to check. Alright, well, we're not getting the leader, but we might take one of these guys down, so that'll be helpful. Now, this earthquake hurts. It hurts a lot, and it powers us down, which means they'll do more damage to us and we'll do less damage to them. It's basically the equivalent of making our level a little bit lower. I think I'm just going to retreat, actually. Oh, that's right, the dog was slightly... he had gotten... One of the dogs had gotten petrified in the previous match. I had forgotten about that. Well, we'll take out... We won't kill the leader, most likely, but we will at least... Oh, yeah, an earthquake won't hit any of these guys. That's really fun to show off. So this is actually a really good unit to be fighting these guys. There we go. We'll kill that one. We won't take out the unit, but we've done a lot of damage. And then earthquake won't hurt us at all. Perfect. And we'll get up a level. That's also perfect. That's very close to exactly the amount of experience we needed there. I'm gonna go ahead and have you camp. And Dio's gonna take out this guy. Okay, we've got a cockatrice in front. That's the ideal place for them to be. Which means when we chase this enemy down, it's going to be a pain in the ass. But we do have very strong magic that we could throw at this guy, so we'll be able to get some really good damage in. I think Dio's unit... Yeah, Dio's unit is already at level 24. Alright, well, a power down will be a little unfortunate. We did not get put to sleep, so that's cool. Happy about that. Alright, so we'll kill the leader. I'm gonna let my units I'm gonna let the next comet come down, see what kind of damage that does to the cockatrice, and then decide if I need to use a... Actually, I'll put in an interrupt now, that way I can. Yeah, let's go ahead and use a Pedra of Earth, and it's not going to target the cockatrice. Okay, well... Unfortunate. That cockatrice is literally the only thing I'm actually concerned about. Come on, Dio. Yes! Okay, cool. Honestly, if we can wipe out this entire unit right here, then that's great. Perfect. I'm perfectly fine with that. That cockatrice was going to be the most annoying thing that I could be fighting, so I'm happy to not have to fight it. And we get a composite bow for that. So that's neat. Alright, we'll send you back to this stronghold. Margaret can keep going. Oh yeah, we've also got people doing stuff up here that I should probably be more aware of. Alright, well, this is not a good matchup. We're not really going to be able to do a lot. Yeah, this is not the best matchup for this unit. fact, let's go ahead and put in a field pause. We'll get some more damage in, but after I get my next rounds of attack in, I'll probably just retreat. That way it'll be easier for my next group of people to come and attack this guy. Yeah, and that zombie will just revive itself. Alright, yeah, let's just retreat. Yeah, Bernard will regenerate. Enemy groups like this are honestly really good if you want to be grinding against them. Oh, I should also be checking and making sure we don't have any units I want to get. Nothing really there. And, oh, you're kind of neat, not gonna lie. You've got a Bahamut. You know what? How about we do Dragon v Dragon? And... Oh, actually, you know what? None of these guys are... Actually, Lytle. Lytle, you are the best match to be going up against this guy. And then Shirley... Let's have you go kill this guy. I'm gonna have Paul go ahead and just stop in his tracks for a moment and let Lytle get ahead of him. All right, that'll help. Because Lytle can actually kill this enemy leader. I don't remember if I actually have a Yevatol equipped to anyone. No, I don't think I do. So we won't be able to keep these enemies down unless the Chattel Hog does holy damage, which it might. I don't remember if it does or not. But I'm also not really concerned about these guys, like, at all. They are... Oh, yeah, okay. Chattel Hog does do holy damage, so that's neat. It's not really a concern, but it's cool. Oh, we actually got really close to wiping that entire enemy unit. But that's okay. They can hang out in the background, and I can use them to get some more experience if needed. Alright, now, Lytle, go back to doing what you were doing, which is taking the stronghold, I think? What did I need for Surmai? Oh, no, Lytle, you are not taking the stronghold, actually. Lytle, you are... You know what? Actually, Lytle, you continue doing what you were doing. Actually, you know what? I changed my mind. Sorry, I'm being indecisive today. Lytle, you just come hang out up here. How about that? And then, Paul, you need to actually go take the stronghold. Which I believe is also what I have Ramberty going out to do, is take this stronghold. Because either one of you is perfectly fine to do that. Margaret's gonna hang out right there. And this is actually fine for her. Yeah, this is actually a fine unit for her to be fighting. Because the main difficulty with this unit is that evolved Earth Dragon, and it can't hurt any of these guys, so not really a problem. There we go. I should probably check and see who is still level 23. Cool, we get a Celestial Mace for that. Actually, yeah, that's a good idea. Who's still level 23? Leia. Leah is, okay. And so is Ankaseth. Okay, Leah and Ankaseth need experience badly. So does Ramberty, though. Okay. Leah, Ankaseth, and Ramberty. Alright, fair enough. So 2 of the people I have hanging out up here. Noted. Well, in that case, how about Vemond, you come back over here, and we'll have... Yeah, let's have... No. Let's have Ankaseth go over. Ankaseth, go take that stronghold. Alright. Shirley's gonna fight Dawson, which is fine. We'll be able to do some really good damage to this guy. We probably won't kill his leader. Actually, we might. We might kill his leader with focus from both of our dragons. This unit doesn't get a lot of attacks, but it does get very strong attacks. And Radiant Gale is just so good. Okay, yeah, we kill the leader, so that's cool. Then it'll become a question of who else we can kill. Alright, well, we got 2 of them, so that's pretty good. Somehow our alignment is still going up, even though we're killing high alignment enemies. But that's just Shirley's prerogative. She's just determined to be high alignment. Why, I don't know. Shirley, I'm going to actually have you come back to base, and I'm going to have Leah move up here. Lytle, I'm going to also have you come back to base. And that's right, I had Ramberty going after you, I think. What quarter? Yeah, and then you've got a Platinum Dragon, which I'm not as concerned about. Alright, DOV Kitty. Oh, she's so dead. Girl, you need to hide behind one of these guys. I say that as I've got my leader just right out in the open, but I've got a medic. Like, I'm not that concerned. When I can heal, 97 HP every round, it's not as concerning having my guy up out front. Although, typically speaking, you really don't want to have your leader just right there in the front, because then they do this. Alright. Well, oh, okay. Well, we might actually kill the, I think we'll successfully kill the Ogre here, and the Ogre was the only one who would get 3 attacks, so... That's fine. Yeah, we kill the Ogre. Actually, I think we kill the entire unit. This unit is just so strong. Dio hits like... My 3 frontliners all hit like a truck. Dio gets to hit 3 times, and then I've got triple Meteor. Like, you can't go wrong there. You really just can't go wrong there. That being said, Dio is not going to really need to continue getting more experience. Paul versus Willie. Once again, we kill the leader. That's not going to be a problem. The rest of the unit, we probably won't be able to do much against, but the leader will die, that's for sure. Yeah, he'll use a Thunder Flare. That's fine. Not really a problem. Yep, there we go. Get a good bonk in. And we'll get our last 2 bonks in, and he'll get his last bonk in, and then... Alright, there we go. We've got more people to kill. Or more units to get more experience from at a later date. There we go. That makes things easier. What do you mean, captured? Damn it, okay, so he was too low of alignment for being here. I was worried that that would be the case, but I don't really have a whole lot of people that are just slightly low alignment. I really need people who are just slightly low alignment. But that's not what I've got. I keep getting people who want to get higher alignment, which is unfortunate for me. Alright, well, Ramberty will get to fight Fink, who is going to... Okay, we'll definitely be able to take out the leader here, because we'll get some really good hits in. Having that Bahamut in the back is a little concerning, but that was going to be the case either way. So we'll focus on killing the leader, and then we'll retreat. Yeah, that does a lot of damage, so we'll just kill the leader. There we go, and now we retreat. Yeah, that's fine. Because now we can go back and heal, and then Ramberdy can... Yeah, now Ramberdy can just head back up here to heal, and we'll have... You know what, Vemond? You could use some food. Go eat. Alright, cool. So that is a number of places accounted for. Surmi's been liberated. Alright. Who had the cockatrix? Or did we already take it out? We already took out the cockatrix. We don't need to worry about that anymore. Yeah, and most of these guys are not really a problem. You know what, Leah? How about you go work on cleaning up a bit? Because you do need a lot of experience. Alright. You are a place that Dio definitely can take, though. So, Dio, how are you doing in terms of tiredness? I think you're fine. Alright, so we'll go ahead and have you take this stronghold. That'll probably get you to level 25, to be perfectly honest. Lytle can hang out. That's right, and we need you to take that one. And then this is also a really low alignment. No, that's a regular high. That's a medium high alignment, as is this. Okay, so you're going to be... Margaret's going to be taking both of those places. Got it. Shirley. Also really high alignment, as you do. Come over here. And Ankaseth, I think you are also really high alignment. Yeah, I've just got a lot of really high alignment people, which is not what I had hoped for, but that's what we've got. Ankaseth, actually also come down here. And what do we got here with Scott? Okay. Well, we'll probably just wipe them out. We'll probably just completely wipe them out. Leah, go ahead and camp before you end up fighting this guy. Yeah, if Dio ends up at level 25 here, that's fine. There's very good odds that we'll just completely wipe out this unit because of, you know, having triple... The power of triple meteor is very strong. Although we might not actually be able to kill the leader here. And if we can't kill the leader, then the two ghosts will just come back. Okay. Actually, I don't think we do wipe this unit. We keep getting power down, so we'll not be doing as much damage. Yeah, I don't think we actually wiped this unit. Although, I can make that happen. And I think I will, because I don't want to do... Okay, well, never mind. You know, I'm pretty sure the Pedra of Virtue can also make sure that undead stay dead, but that's only if it hits them. Well, we'll kill the leader. That's a guarantee now. Yeah, the leader is guaranteed to be dead now. Which, actually, I think we do wipe the unit now, because we've got another strike from Dio and another meteor strike after this. So, as long as we can take out the gremlin, which means Dio needs to hit... Okay, cool. Yeah, whole unit goes bye-bye. There we go. And that'll put it up to level 25. Alright. So Dio, you're gonna take this city, and then we're gonna have someone else come hang out with you while you go back to base. All right. So this is a little dangerous to be fighting in this way. Oh, and our dog is hurt. Oh, but the dragon does none damage to me. These guys must be tired. Yeah, I think these guys are just tired. Okay. That's great for me. Okay. Well, that could have... I thought that was going to go a lot worse. I'm not going to lie. So I'm perfectly fine with that. We're going to have you camp briefly. Well, how tired are you? Not that tired. Well, actually pretty tired. There. We'll uncamp you so that you can actually get to this guy around the time he goes to bed. Okay. Take the city. Good, you actually liberated it this time. Where's the city that has a shop? Well, I haven't taken it yet, and that's the main thing. Alright, now Leah can go ahead and try and kill this guy and see if we don't accidentally trigger more enemies in the process. If he continues going if he gets knocked further south, I'm just leaving him behind. Because we're not invading... We're not going to push that hard into enemy territory. Cool, atmosphere, love it. Glad that they're doing that now, because that is just a really strong move to be using. Yeah, we should be able to take them out here as long as we don't miss. There we go. Cool. Yeah, Leah needs a lot of experience, so I'm happy to just let her go kill some people. We get a Naga ring for that. That's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and have you start chasing down Willy. And then Ramberdy, you still needed more experience too, right? Yeah, you still need to get another kill. How about you go after Dawson? And we'll see if we can just get you, like, one kill. Alright, Margaret, we're going to have you come down to Stronghold. And then Dio, we're going to have you march back up here. And I'm going to have Lytle come over here as well, just to make sure that nothing goes wrong. Alright, Ankaseth, you're going to hang out for a little bit, because you're very tired, I'm sure. I don't see that there's any enemies over here. Oh, there's a city with a shop. I don't see that there's any enemies over there, but I don't want to risk that. Shirley, how about you actually face a direction that enemies could be coming from? And Magnus, how about you do the same, bud? Alright. So Vemond can finish off Fink. Yeah, golems don't sleep, but they do recover a little bit of HP while camping, so that's nice for them. That Sacred Breath, yeah, that actually hurts quite a lot. But we should just kill him here. Okay, we do. Cool. If he had gotten another Sacred Breath off, he could have actually killed one of our Hellhounds, which would have been very unfortunate, and it would have been the same one that got petrified in the previous fight, which would have just been sad. How far behind in... Okay, he's like 13 behind. Alright, come over here to Stronghold. And we'll have you do stuff later. Paul, I'm gonna have you come back over here. Okay. And Leah, oh, you don't need to sleep. Okay, you're fine. Yeah, Margaret, you're hanging out. Ramberdy, you just need a kill to go up a level, so let's see if we can just get a kill and then run away. We might not be able to run away, actually, but we'll see. Alright, well, we got a kill. I don't think we're going to get a chance to run away. Well, no, especially not if we're guarding. Okay, so we're going to wipe out the whole unit. Little bit more experience than we needed. Just a touch. But you know what? It's fine. Leah probably could have used that experience, but that's okay. We'll just have you come back over here. We do have this entire wall over here of enemies that we can be fighting. So I'm not that concerned. But before we deal with them, Ankaseth is all good. Margaret, we're going to have you go take a stronghold. And we're going to see if new enemies spawn while we do that. So let's have Shirley go walk down over here. Leah can fight Willy, because Leah needs a lot of experience. We might... Okay, well, we're not getting an atmosphere in, so that's unfortunate. I was going to say, if we use an atmosphere, then it's pretty likely that we'd be able to wipe the unit. But as is, I don't think we're going to. Because that means we wasted a strong Thunder Flare on a single unit. Well, I guess we'll see. Okay, well, we're going to use Atmosphere here, which is probably the worst place that we could have actually used it. Yeah, so we don't wipe the unit because of that. We'll get close, though, and then these two... Yeah, Benedict will revive, and that just means I have to have these guys go fight them again, which means we get more experience. So it's kind of fine, really, that that's happening. All right, yeah, Lytle, you're going to hang out over here to make sure that everything is fine. Okay. So far, no anything happening, really? We'll have you move down to the stronghold as well, I guess. What do you mean, capture? It's 67. And you should be around 60. Okay, well, this is going poorly. Hopefully you can not capture the next place. Alright, fine. And we have like an Osterix spear. We do actually have one already. Okay, so we don't have any new equipment. I think it's all the same equipment that was here when we were here previously. So I shouldn't be that surprised by the fact that there's nothing new. Alright, well, face that way, I guess. We're gonna have you move over here, and then you move over here, and you move down here. And I'm not seeing that there's any new enemies, really. Yeah, Dio, you're gonna hang out. Leah, you're fine. I was gonna see if she needed to camp a bit before fighting these guys, but I think she's fine. Alright. Yeah, we'll see what we can do over here. I definitely think I need to start moving some units back to our main stronghold. I think we're getting a little bit too spread out when we've got that thick knot of enemies right there. Okay, and once again, we are not probably going to be able to wipe the unit. Maybe. Actually, no, we should be fine. We'll take them out, because we still have 2 strong magic attacks here to use. Okay, yeah, we take them out. Never mind. We might not take them out. We do not, because once again, the usage of atmosphere. Guys, if you're gonna use atmosphere, you need to do it in the first round. You can't... Don't just not do it. Don't just do it in the second round. I guess we're getting free experience So there's that. And I don't really care if these guys go up in alignment. All right, if you're gonna use atmosphere, use it now. And you're not gonna use atmosphere. Because why would you? Jeez. Okay, fine, whatever. I think we still actually do it this time, though. Okay, well, that's a little alarming. We should... No, we'll still do it this time. Even if they use atmosphere here, we still actually take them out. I don't know why you guys are so dead set on only using atmosphere the second round. Just use it the first round so you can put people to sleep. That's the round I want you to use it. When you use it as the last attack of the fight, it's not as effective. Well, we get a champion statuette, and we can use that to put people up levels. We also only need one more fight, really, to go up another level. We're going to have you move back down here, even though you're going to be very tired in the process. Ramberty, you just hit the correct level. We'll have them on move back down here as well so that he can help out. Enkaseth, you're going to be really tired. Oh, actually, never mind. You guys are all fine. All right. So you go take this stronghold, and we're going to have Enkaseth follow you in case there's enemies that need killed. And then you guys can all sit in these strongholds and make sure nobody takes them from me. Okay, well, I think we're just gonna march to go take this last stronghold, and unless an enemy shows up, there's nothing really to say, so we'll just speed up until something happens. Alright, well, once again we capture... Why are you only capturing places? You should not be capturing places. That's really weird. She should not be capturing anything. Okay, well, I can't really explain that one. Maybe someone in the comments can explain it. But I can't. Margaret, though, I think you're good. Yeah, you're level 24. You need more experience, though. So I'm gonna have you actually move, like, into the forest back here. And then go ahead and camp. In the meantime, we're going to have Leah move back over here because she's one of the few people who also needs experience. And then we're going to work on dealing with this glut of enemies and also taking So Cold, which again might end up being a capture. Maybe Ramberty can take it? Doubtful, though. Okay, well, we've got Zell, who I'm not that concerned about, really. Dreyfus, Centurion, never really concerned about the Centurions. Okay, we've got some flying units who are locked into not being able to fly because they are part of a... Do I just accidentally keep looking at the... There we go. We've got some flying units who are locked into not being able to fly because they're part of a legion. So I'm not really that concerned about it. Honestly, so far, I'm not really that concerned about any of these units. That red dragon in the back that we saw a moment ago can also do power down. He's a lot like the earth dragon with his move, in that it causes power down, except unlike the earth dragon, he can hit anything. I think the Earth Dragon's attack is slightly stronger, and it's also guaranteed power down, whereas the Fire Dragon's attack is not guaranteed power down. So there's a little bit of a difference there. You know what, Leah, actually, this is a fine location for you. We're going to have you camp as well. Maybe we'll have Ramberty try and take... this location. He's more neutral at this point than anything else, but we already figured... Well, no. He's a little bit chaotic. Okay. Yeah, we'll have Ramberty try to take this stronghold. So we'll move you down there, and then... I don't know. Dio, you do not need to get any action. Go hang out in the north. And then we're just gonna let everyone get into a good position before I start moving again. So we'll speed up a little bit while I get everyone into position. All right, everyone's awake and good to go, so let's see what we can do. I'm gonna go ahead and have Ankaseth move in on, I think it's Ryu? Yeah, Ankaseth can go ahead and move in on Ryu there. Leah needs, how much experience do you need? You need a kill, I think. I think everyone just needs like a kill at this point, but that's fine. I believe it would be Mina. No, it is not Mina. It would be Warzel. Yeah, you go after Warzel over there. And then Ramberty, we're going to have you try and take this town. I don't know how well that's going to go, but that's what we're going to try and do. And then Vemond, we're going to have you go straight for Dreyfus himself. And that's going to be the plan. We're going to do a 4-pronged attack here against 6 enemies, but you know, it'll be fine. I don't know if more enemies will spawn, which is why I kind of like to have people in every town, just in case more enemies spawn. Alright, well, we should be able to take out the leader here at the very least. We might not be able to do more than that, but we'll take out the leader, so that's fine. I kind of want to retreat. I guess we'll go ahead and get our second rounds of attack in. Jeez, okay. Double crits. I like it. But we'll go ahead and retreat just to avoid extra damage. And then these guys can just keep marching. That's perfectly fine. Because the enemy will... Oh, okay. Didn't like that. Please don't get thrown into the boss. Alright, so we're gonna side attack Ryu, which means I don't think we'll actually take him out. Yeah, I don't think we take out the leader because of the side attack, weirdly enough. It had been a back attack or a front attack, we would have been able to kill the leader here. But, oh well. We'll still get some really good damage in. Yeah, I don't think we're actually going to take out anyone in this group, but we'll get some good damage in at the very least. I'm actually going to go ahead and just use a Pedra of, let's say, fire. I don't know if it'll really make a difference, but I've got the Pedras, I might as well use them. If I can get, you know, a kill here, I'd rather use the Pedra to make sure I can get a kill than get nothing. Yeah, you definitely need to heal yourself there a little bit. Alright, well, we got a kill at the very least. And then we'll get one more kill, and we do not kill any leaders, which is unfortunate, but acceptable. So we'll push that guy out, and then Ankaseth, we're gonna have you just go for, is it Warzel over here? No, Warzel's over there. We're gonna have you go for Mina. And we get to back attack her. Okay. I think this means, yeah, once again, this means that we don't actually get to take out the leader, which is unfortunate. Maybe these back attacks are actually not that useful, but it does make the dragon a little bit, it makes this entire enemy unit a little bit less scary. They are really resisting my attacks, and I'm not a fan of that. But we're also guarding against a lot of their attacks, and I am a fan of that. Okay, well, we killed one of them. So that's cool. That actually might be enough to get us up a level. But we'll see. I don't think we likely get a second kill here. But we've done a good amount of damage. Okay, never mind. We will kill both goblins. We'll leave just the dragon and the dragon master. And that will be a level up. So that's pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with that. Alright, Ankaseth, I guess since you're here, how about going after, not Ryu, go after Norris next? Yeah, Dio, you are fine just sitting right where you are, my friend. Yeah, you can just back attack Norris now. And we will definitely kill the leader here, which I'm happy about. And that Epicus is not that dangerous. In fact, this entire enemy group is not that dangerous. They'll be a little annoying because they can fly, but I'll chase them down. Yeah, he's just gonna get poked into oblivion, so won't really be a problem. But what I might do here is, after I kill the leader, just retreat, because I'm kind of in deep right now. And I'd like to let some other people get a little bit of experience in. Okay. You know what? Sure. We'll get some healing first and kill the Epicus, and then we'll leave. Assuming this attack goes for the Epicus. It does not. Alright, sure, whatever. We're just gonna leave. That's fine. We killed the leader. I'm fine with that. Alright, cool. Yeah, go ahead and just move over here. Alright, well, Ramberty's gonna go after Zell now, I guess. Not really ideal matchup, but whatever. It's a much less dangerous fight now that we've got one of these ogres in the back. And ogres don't really have a lot of defense, they just have a lot of attack and a lot of HP. Yeah, that's a lot of attack. And he's dead, so it's fine. It's honestly just fine. Sure, we'll take that. We'll get a Stone of Quickness out of it too. So that's pretty cool. And Leah versus Dreyfus himself. Okay, well that's not who I plan to have fight Dreyfus, but honestly, it works. I'm gonna put in a field pause here because Dreyfus almost certainly dies. And I'm going to want to reevaluate who I have going after whom. Cool, we got a couple of them asleep. How? Centurion does a lot of damage. Don't appreciate that. Luckily, the rest of the units will not do very much damage. And that should be the only kill we actually get here, which I think is perfect. Okay, never mind. We got 2 more kills. Okay. Well, a little bit more experience than we needed. But I think this means now that everyone is at level 24. So at least there's that. So now I get to decide how I want to get more experience for people. I guess I could just have Ankaseth keep cleaning up, really, because he's getting... He's actually not that far into going up another level. What about Lytle? Lytle's closer. We'll have Lytle go clean up. And then Leah can continue doing what she's doing. And you can continue doing what you're doing. So we'll go ahead and have you go after Mina over here. Alright, there we go. Leah versus Wurzel. This is the matchup I actually wanted in the first place. top off my HP a little bit. And we're close to taking the town, which will help. Taking the town always helps. Alright, cool. We put everyone to sleep except for the leader. Love it. And then we just chop him down. Perfect. Yeah, this is the fight I wanted to do because it was much less likely that I'd kill anyone other than just the leader. Although we still also get a gremlin, so whatever. Actually, I'll go ahead and put in a field pause because I'm not sure who I want you going after next. I want to keep taking out the leaders because then they're much less annoying. Okay, cool. That works. So, Leah, go after Ryu, I guess. Oh, well, you're just gonna fight Mina immediately. Sure. We should take out the leader here. Yeah, okay, well, yeah, we definitely take out the leader here. Got it. I think we actually do more damage without using Atmosphere, but Atmosphere does have a chance to put him to sleep, which is handy. We only get one power down, so that's fine. He's guaranteed to die here. Even if he resists our magic, he can't completely block it, so guaranteed to take him out. And that power down did not really help him very much, not gonna lie. Alright, cool. So there's a little bit more experience for Leah. Vemon, you might not actually get anything to do here, my friend. You know what? No. Vemon, you go ahead and keep chasing after this guy. Cool. We've actually liberated a place this time. Don't know why you can liberate places, but my Angel Knight cannot. But whatever. Tell you what, Leah, go after Norris, and then Lytle and Ankaseth, just come back to town. I'm gonna see if I can get a couple more people to level 25. Oh? Hello? Knights of Lotus, the Calignis Order? Revolutionary Army? Can't believe you're still alive. Oh, it was Proofless we killed earlier. What are you planning to do with the Chaos Gate? Lotus wants the power of the netherworld? Do you believe you can control such a power? Oh, don't dare confuse us with those who are weak of will and succumb to the infernal aura. Under the divine protection of Philar, all beings fall to their knees before us. Netherworlders are no exception. Our strength is greater than evil's. What we want is beyond that, the ultimate power. We will descend into the netherworld and claim it. Power beyond evil? Why do you need that much power? Gonna conquer the world? The weak are plentiful. We offer our strength to lead them, that's all. That is their only use to us. You are unworthy of our leadership. Dying is your only useful act. Oh, do I immediately get into a fight? There is no place for fools in Utopia. That's what Lotus is after? What? Who's there? Oh, hey! The last of these guys. They'll take everything by force, even the happiness that they clutch desperately to. Knights of Lotus, for Zenobia, for Palatinus. I will not allow that to happen. It's you! I feel like Magnus should have been here. In fact, I'm gonna make sure that Magnus did not need to be here. It does not appear so. Cool. That would be unfortunate. Go destroy the Chaos Gate. Alright, cool. So our Zenobian friends are going to waylay Lotus while we go take care of the Chaos Gate. Perfect. As I fly away with my axe. So you are Destin, the one who defeated the Zetaginian Empire? Interesting. Maybe you can keep me amused. It is 2 against 4. Destin's pretty good, and I guess so is Gilbert. But, they might have their hands full. Alright, actually Ramberdy's pretty close to going up a level too, but I'm not that concerned. Not right now. Alright, yeah, we'll just chase some people down. I don't think we really have that many people left who actually have leaders. Well, I guess... okay, sure, whatever. He's just gonna go straight for Magnus, so I guess Magnus is gonna get to fight Ryu. We won't lose here. I can guarantee you that. Buddy, you made a poor decision. Wow. Yeah, he made a poor decision. Okay, well, Magnus gets to get a little bit of experience before he then goes and fights the leader. Get a Book of Earth, so that's cool. I guess come over here and kill these guys then? Yeah, I guess we'll have you come over here and go kill Wurzel then. How about you also just camp while these guys run around? And you can also go ahead and camp because this guy's not going to get very far. Yeah, Norris is not going to get very far. Alright, cool. Well, while I clean up here, we'll go ahead and speed up a little bit again, since it did not appear that enemies spawned. Alright, Wurzel versus Vemond. We should be able to get some good experience against these guys. Large enemies tend to give a good amount of experience. We'll take a little bit of damage from this windstorm, but it shouldn't be that big of a deal. And if we need more, we do have 2 little groups of soldiers that we can go kill. So I think we should be able to get... Okay, we're going to need to go kill those 2 little groups of soldiers, but that we can do that. We can do that. We'll either get to level 25 or we'll be 1 neutral encounter away. I don't know if I really want to bother trying to get everyone to level 25 off screen, just because we're not really that close to it. So I'm probably not going to bother with that, but the people who are level 25 already, I don't need to worry about getting more experience later for. Okay, cool. So I do want to throw that Hellhound into a random party at some point and get it to level 25, but the rest of Vemond's group is fine now. We're getting a lot of weird-ass items here, too. Alright, well, go up to this stronghold so Magnus can work his way back down. And then I guess Leah can fight this guy. I guess. Either that or have Margaret do it just to get the alignment change. Well, Leah's already so close that I don't think I can stop her from fighting this guy, so I'm not going to worry about it. We'll probably wipe him out. We'll see how much these power downs hurt. And if we actually, you know, use our combo skills. Okay, well, we will actually use Atmosphere. As long as we keep using Atmosphere, we're... Okay, well, the Epicus will die as long as we use Atmosphere. It looks like one of the gremlins will likely also go down if we use Atmosphere. Okay. So, we kill the Epicus, we might kill a gremlin. We do kill a gremlin. Okay, cool. So all that's left is 1 gremlin. Sweet. That makes things easy. And they can't really go anywhere, so we'll just finish them off real quick. It doesn't look like Leah's also going to get to level 25, but that's fine. Boop. Just a quick poke. There we go. And for that, we'll get a revive stone, which is just always handy to have. All right, and we'll go ahead and have Margaret face this way. We'll have you come into town. Lytle, I would prefer for you to face that way, and we'll have Ankaseth, I guess, move into town as well. Actually, we'll just go ahead and have Leah move over here too. And as soon as you get over here, we'll have Magnus move down. And then once everyone's over here, I'll start marching on Decarabia, who... I don't know. I don't think it will really matter which orientation I fight him. I think he'll be slightly weaker if I fight him from the back, but I don't know. I don't think it'll matter that much, to be perfectly honest. All right. So we'll just go ahead and get everyone into position, and I will see you back in a sec when everyone's in position. All right. Everyone is in position. Magnus is all rested up. Let's go fight the enemy leader. We'll see if this spawns any more enemies. I'm always wary of that because the game teaches you that mechanic really early, but it doesn't seem like that's happening with this fight, which I'm fine with. All right. And as usual, I just like having Magnus fight the leaders. It's thematically correct. Must hold our ground for the coming of our queen. Keep the power contained within the gate. Bring forth as many of our comrades as we can. So we have now found 2 ways that we can bring demons in the world. Feed humans the fruit of the netherworld, which I guess kind of opens a gate within those humans if they lose themselves to it, to allow a demon to be birthed from their flesh. Or we have nether gates. I still don't know where people are getting the fruit of the netherworld. But, you know, I guess that's a question for another time. This time, we will claim this world as our own. I think that's a reference to earlier Ogre Battle games, because I think they all kind of devolve into this of, you know, fighting wars against demons. You know, the Ogre Battle. As you do. All right, well, we're getting a lot of guarding here. I would have loved to get a combo, but okay. Sure, whatever. Well, we'll definitely take out the leader. I'm not concerned about that. Yeah, we definitely take out the leader. That's not really a concern. It's kind of too bad we didn't get to see more. I think the Saturoses have pretty strong magic from the back, and then are strong physical attackers from the front. They're just all around pretty strong units, which is why people tend to like using the War and Peace, or Love and Peace on them. But I'm not super interested in them at the moment. Also, we can't get them just yet, so... Their intent is to fill the land with evil. This world will be as the netherworld. Well, if you already have one, then why do you want to make our world into that? Like... If you want to live in a netherworld so badly, live in the netherworld. Why are you making my world into the netherworld? That doesn't make sense. There are places you can go for that, my friend, that already exist. You don't have to make a new one. You don't have to make other places into that. But anyway, we get some good money for it. Unfortunately, we captured a number of places, which is not what we wanted, but... Oh well. I think we've got Chaos Frame to spare at the moment. Guess they were able to destroy the Chaos Gate. There's no reason for us to stay here any longer. Baldwin, withdraw! And they can teleport. Think we'll let you get away? Winds that rage over desolate lands of the netherworld come together as a violent vortex. Oh, he can just use that combo skill, or combo magic on his own. Nice. Just caught me off guard, that's all. Sure thing, Gilbert. The Knights of Lotus. Oh, and they've got the little ice swords. I like that touch. All right, cool. Well, let's save, because I think we just moved into a new chapter. A month after the destruction of the Temple of Birth. Oh, hello. Why are we surrounding the nun? Residents of Capitrium were thrown into chaos by the appearance of denizens of the netherworld. Oh, they were probably asking her about what they should do. But the disorder gradually subsided with the return of the Archbishop to the Eastern Orthodox Church. Yeah, that tends to help. The Church decided to cease assisting Latium and promised their cooperation to the Revolutionary Army. Makes sense? Led by the Birth and Sentinels, they concentrated on the surveillance of the defense of the Temple of Birth, and the search of the denizens of the netherworld. Alright, so yeah, they're just focusing on keeping the demons at bay. Sounds good to me. Less good for this poor little Valkyrie, though. That's a lot of Saturos. Meanwhile, the Revolutionary Army recognized the threat posed by the denizens of the netherworld and warned Latium of it, in conjunction with the proposal of a secession from the Holy Lotus Empire and a peace accord with the Revolutionary Army. Yeah, I'm assuming Lotus did not take well to that. The reply from Latium has not yet been received. Yeah, well, on the one hand, Lotus are the people who... Oh, we're going into the final chapter, all right. The possible, the attainable, the hopeful. All right, yeah, on the one hand, Lotus caused these demons to come out in the first place. On the other hand, they're not just going to leave demons spawning as... They're just not going to leave a kingdom that has literally demons spawning in it. Not when their whole thing is about being, you know, a theocratic and high and mighty sort of country. You know, they're going to take denizens of the netherworld literally spawning in another country as a sign that they should go purge it. Anyway, without the ultimate power, our plan is as good as dead. If Valeria, I don't know, finds out the secret of the ultimate power, they will gain even more power. Oh, that's probably another country. The Western ruins are our only hope. Have we heard anything? From Zeta. She has not appeared since Prince Yumil's disappearance. Don't you think it's foolish to rely on her? I don't know her true intentions. She is one of them, after all. She will never agree with us. But her information was accurate. Chaos Gate, child of the Covenant. We can safely trust her information regarding the ultimate power. Even running the risk of her betraying us, there's nothing else we can do. Now that the Chaos Gate has been destroyed, we have no other source of information. If you say so, I'll shut up. I'll follow you. You do understand, Richard. We may miss our only chance to reform the Calignis Order. You will restore the former glory your father established. I know. Not for you, the House of Glendale would have ended with my father's death. I cannot thank you enough. To repay your loyalty, and for him. Alright, yeah, you've got a lot of stuff you're trying to do right now, too. Oh, hello. Well, you're literally being invaded by demons. So that's probably not a good thing. And the king is here. With Zeta. So that's probably not a good thing either. Oh, what do you want? Nothing good ever happens when you show up. You wanted to see me? What do you think you're doing? Ah, yes, the prince. They're pulling a... Amrius, what did you do? It seems that Platinus has decided that they are done with you. Are you all right, Baldwin? Don't bother trying to reason with them. They have succumbed. Succumbed? They lost to the infernal aura. They have succumbed to the way of darkness. And who do you think introduced them to that in the first place? Like, did you not think that this was that's impossible? You are literally the ones who gave them this power and introduced them to it in the first place. How did you not think that this could happen? They're the Knights Templar. How could their strong will succumb to the darkness? Yeah, talk. They've been affected by the powerful enchantment of the netherworlders. Its potency is far greater than the fruit of the netherworld. We have underestimated their power. Yeah, you played with forces beyond your reckoning, son. This is the power of the netherworld, the true power of the infernal aura. It's almost like literally summoning demons in order to try and get stronger is not a good plan. Baldwin, get out of here. We can't afford to lose you. Why? Richard, you seem much more important than him. Oh, you're all retreating. Okay. And you're just gonna let him? You're the one who called him here, Prince. Sure, whatever. At some point, Yumil will return and just blast this castle to the ground, I'm sure. So the Eastern Orthodox Church cannot join us? They're kind of busy. Sorry, but it's impossible to participate in the revolution since everyone here is deeply religious. They are disturbed by the denizens of the netherworld. Yeah, they're kind of busy dealing with that. And they also hold suspicions against the revolutionary army. We'll keep watch over the temple and the Chaos Gate and protect this land while you march on Latium. Will you accept these as a sign of our cooperation? Yeah, that's great. You hold the demons at bay while we go deal with Latium. Because I really don't want to get pincered by the two. This is all we can do at the moment. We understand. Well, Frederick, we can fight without worrying about our back. The church hasn't become our enemy. Yeah, that's great. We should be grateful. You're right. What is the status of Latium? We still haven't received a response on the peace accord from them. Tempers are flaring between Sir Zevik's Southern Tigers and the Central Division near the border, but no major incidents have happened yet. Oh, has Zevik just completely left the main revolutionary army now? Also, new portrait for Magnus. How about Lotus? Do you have any info on the Radiant Cross? The Central Division is now under their command. Other than that, everything seems to be the same. Lotus is busy trying to squash the Balmakan uprising. Yeah, we're kind of causing a lot of problems for Lotus right now. I doubt that Lotus is able to send reinforcements here. Very fortunate for us. It appears that there's no intention of accepting the peace proposal. I think this is the perfect opportunity to confront the Central Division and the Calignis Order. Yes, this will be a decisive battle. I wanted to resolve this peacefully, but we must not let the Central Division and Lotus wield the power of the netherworld. Their actions are neither holy nor noble. The people will surely side with us. I mean, they've kind of been siding with us. You are the main force of this army, which is amazing because I'm 10 units. The flag bearer of the revolution. The outcome of this fate, the fate of this kingdom is in your hands. Are you willing to take that responsibility? Okay, the revolutionary army has to be a lot bigger than just us. I'm just an ordinary human. I'm neither strong-willed nor gifted with any special ability. But I won't turn my back ever again. I'll fight for the revolution, for the good of all people. You do you, Magnus. Thank you, I'll be counting on you, Magnus. We will drive back the Brigade of the Radiant Cross and begin the march on Latium. General Gallant is our commander. No, General Gallant was my father. Okay, well... So that's a little unfortunate. We kind of need to go back here because there's an item we can get here during an area investigation. If we send Paul into the Temple of Birth, at the Temple of Birth, we can get an item. But we can't really do that because we have to go fight someone at Ghoul's Hills first. But that being said, we got a new portrait, and that usually means a class change. So let's see what we've got. Okay, so Magnus is now a general. I wonder if he still gets magic from the back, because right now it doesn't look like he does. Interesting. So he gets a blast attack from the back, which is not as cool, to be perfectly honest. We can give him the adamant katana, though, so that's pretty cool. That's actually a pretty good weapon for him, too. I'd prefer him having 3 attacks, but he only ever had the 2. That does answer a question, though. We'll get 1 more Book of Meteor Strike, and we will also get, once we have the money for it, we will also get a Book of Annihilation. We can buy a Book of Annihilation. And I was thinking I would probably give that book to, one of those books to Saradin. And that kind of solidifies that, really. Let's see, is there any other armor I want to give you? Not really. As much as I like the idea of having Magnus get 3 attacks, I really don't want Magnus in the front. Because if Dio goes down, I just have to go and revive him. If Magnus goes down, you lose. It's game over. So you really don't want Magnus in the front. That being said, it looks like Dio is still just doing his normal thing, as is Leah. It looks like the only people that ranked up is Magnus himself, which is fine. I don't think that there are any more class changes that we can really do in the game. Yeah, I don't think there's really any more class changes we can do in the game. Margaret should class up upon level, just like dragons do. And then Troy... We can make vampires now, but I don't really have anyone I want to make into a vampire. I'll make a vampire at some point. I'm just not... Actually, I know exactly what I'm going to do to show that off, because I want to show off what happens when you make a vampire, but I just don't have any good people to do that with at the moment. Okay, cool. Well, I don't think I really have anything else that needs to be done at the moment. I do want to make sure I get this little beastie 10 more experience, so he gets to level 25, so he's not behind. But everything else I think is perfectly fine to just be the way it is. Alright, cool. So yeah, I'll get him to level 25 between episodes, and otherwise, I'll see you guys in our next episode as we go to Ghoul's Hills. But I'll see you guys then.